So we're going to open with our prayer. Divine Source, Mother, Father, God. We are grateful this morning for our health, our wealth, and our well-being. We ask and claim a special blessing upon each of us and our families. And we pray for clarity, love, and understanding for all people of our planet. We desire the timely healing of our Mother Earth, and we are grateful for divine guidance as we go about our mission for creating a world that works for everyone, with everyone included and no one left out. So we take a moment now to become aware of our intentions. And we give thanks in advance for their fulfillment. We let them go, and we let God. Good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to Unity of Blue Water, because Unity of Blue Water is a member of Unity Worldwide Ministries, which is a Christian-based organization with a positive, practical, progressive approach to Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus and Fillmorian theology. I want to talk about that part there, that we are a progressive, or we have a progressive approach to Christianity, because a lot of times when people hear progressive, well, the first thing that comes to mind is the insurance company. Secondly, people think forceful, and that's not what we talk about. We mean that unity is about progressive Christianity. Progressive really means moving forward. That everything we do has got to be moving us a little bit beyond where we once were before. And that's why all of the services that we have here have to be based on the 5 basic unity principles. The first one is that God is the source and creator of all. That there is no other enduring power. This is difficult for some people to get and for some people to understand. But God is all there is. There is absolutely nothing else. This is the first basic principle of unity and what we stand for, that there is nothing else but God. There may look like there's something else, some other things may be appearing, but we want to make sure that all of our services center around that idea that God is all there is. There is no other enduring power. Number 2, every service has got to include something to the fact or something towards the spiritual truth that we are spiritual beings created in the image and likeness of God. Everyone, all people, are created in the image and likeness of God. Therefore, everyone is inherently good. It's difficult to see the good in people when they do some of the things that they do, or when they don't do some of the things that we want them to do. But the second principle that we stand on is there is good in everyone. Every person is inherently good. The third principle that all of our services and everything that we do are based on is the idea that we create our experiences through our way of thinking. The activity of the mind is so very, very important. And those of you who may be watching for the first time or may have not seen us or been with us in a while, I want you to get this, is that the way you think can dictate how you live. So we probably need to start thinking about what we're thinking about. The fourth principle that unity is based on is that there is power in affirmative prayer. There's a difference in affirmative prayer and what a lot of people think about prayer. Affirmative prayer is not begging and trying to get something that you think you don't have. Well, that's not there. Affirmative prayer is all about giving thanks for the one presence and the one power that provides any and everything that we could ever want or ever need. The positive prayer says, or the affirmative prayer says, that it's already done. And it's about giving thanks for that. Affirmative prayer is not about begging and beseeching and trying to get something. As long as you're making a deal with God, well, God, if you do this, I'll do that. That's not prayer. And that's not what we here at Unity of Blue Water teach prayer is. And the fifth basic principle that all our services are based around, and they must always be based around this, is that knowledge of these spiritual principles is not enough. We must live them. And that's where the majority of the work comes in, is us learning how to live the things that we talk about. Unity of Blue Water honors the universal truths in all religions, and we respect each individual's right to choose their own spiritual path. And there are some who may not want to or choose to at this time be a part of this community, but I will always insist that we respect all of your decisions to choose a spiritual path. And I'm so happy that you have chosen to be on the path with Unity of Blue Water today. Even though we are a small, intimate group today, you add to this number. And we're very, very grateful for that. And you are not only welcome to our Sunday services, but you are also welcome to all of the other activities and spiritual growth opportunities that we have here at Unity of Blue Water. You'll hear about some of those a little bit later on. Also, if you want to learn more about Unity of Blue Water, you may go to our website, unityofbluewater.org. And you'll find out more about us. And there you will also find the donate button where you can give your tithes, your love offerings, your supporting gifts to help support this ministry. All of that being said, I'd like you all to join me as we speak our affirmation together. There is only one present power and one presence active in my life and in the universe, Creator, God, Goddess, all good, all the time. That Spirit is within me and with everyone. Christ in me, my all, Christ in all I see. And then please affirm with me our vision for this ministry. We celebrate a world of oneness and spiritual harmony. And the way we put our vision into practice is through our mission statement. And please affirm with me. We provide a safe and welcoming space to experience spiritual growth. And that's what we're all about today, is experiencing spiritual growth. Karen is going to give us our announcements for today and then the daily word. Okay. I didn't turn that on.
Okay.
That's why I was just down here.
Alrighty. Well, the daily word today is Sunday, June 28th, connection. I share a connection to all living beings. I share a connection with this human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. I am reminded of the words of astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am a part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and I'm struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that, despite our surface differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness in God." And this is by Thessalonians 5:11. "Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other as indeed you are doing." That was a good one. And for the announcements today, I want to bring to everybody's attention the Wednesday afternoon meditations here at Unity. Reverend Brian holds some amazing meditations at 11 o'clock. So please join us. There's a daily word that we have. If anyone needs a daily word, we have received those from Unity, and we have those here if anyone wants them. And the third Wednesday of each month, Sunday, the third Sunday of each month, we have our gatherings, our community gatherings. So this time it's going to be a potluck. So bring what you have, and that we're all looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And that's the announcements for today. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I also want to emphasize or add to that the third Sunday in July should be July the 19th. And we will have some special musical guests that day as well. Not gonna spoil it and who it is. It's not Ron. But Ron will be here. But the third Sunday in July, there will be special guests. So bring a lot. And I know you are that you're good at making a big pot of stuff because you can't cook for just two people.
That's not in my background.
My world. I cried a murmur for 40 years. She's never cooked small.
Okay. Good.
No,
Because
but I have a question.
Yes.
The third Sunday, will the corn be ready? Because we could do a corn boil that day. I'll buy the corn.
If the corn is
just
ready.
borderline, is it?
It'll-
By 4th of July, isn't that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
I know that I saw an ad for the corn man. I don't know where they're getting the corn from.
Oh, I don't think he has them yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I've not seen.
Well,
Well,
if
if we do have corn, I'll bring a huge pot, and I'll bring enough for the church. We'll
Okay.
boil corn.
we'll boil corn, okay, good. And then whatever else anyone wants to bring, because like I said, we're going to have some special guests here, so there's going to be at least 8 more people than we normally have on the third, Sunday. So I'm going to ask you to center yourselves as we enter into meditation. To take this time to make yourself comfortable and relax. Gently turn within. This is our opportunity to revisit our daily word reading and recognize our connection. Our connection to the universe, our connection to God, our connection with each other, our oneness with all life everywhere. In realizing our oneness with all life and realizing our oneness with God, we can now know that we are never alone. Everywhere I am, everywhere I go, everywhere I find myself, the presence of God is there with me. The presence of God guides and directs my every thought. The presence and power of God guides and directs my every word, everything that I feel. Because I am connected to the one presence and the one power, is in alignment with truth as it is in principle. Because I am connected to the divine source. Every action that I take is in perfect, harmonious, divine order. And because I realize my connection with the universe, all of my reactions are now supportive of that one universe that I am connected to. And I thank you, sweet Spirit, for my recognition of this connection. I thank you, sweet Spirit, for my awareness of that oneness. And I can now move through the rest of my day, the rest of my week, guided by that thought, by that idea, knowing that I am connected to the oneness. As I bring my attention back to this time and this place, and gently close this time of meditation, I do so in the name and through the power that is in the name of our master teacher and elder brother, Jesus the Christ. Amen. And so it is. Okay, I'm excited about today's lesson. We've had a wonderful time working with these 12 spiritual faculties, and the one that we are working with today is the spiritual faculty of zeal. I'm going to try not to make this a class, but if that's the direction it goes, then so be it. That's where we will go. Yes, zeal, excitement, enthusiasm is a wonderful, 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 very powerful spiritual faculty that we have. However, there are some things or some key points that I want to bring out today about that spiritual faculty of zeal that we are all maybe familiar with, but just as a reminder. First of all, I want you to know that zeal is the mighty force that incites the winds and the tides. Charles Fillmore states this. He says that it urges the planets on its course and it spurs the ant to great exertion. To be without zeal, he said, is to be without the zest of living. Zeal and enthusiasm incite the glorious achievement in every aim. Zeal is the impulse to move forward. That's what zeal is. Everyone has that impulse to move forward. I want us all to know that zeal is the affirmative impress, and that is its command. Always move forward. I was thinking about, I want to say his name was Wayne Dyer, the minister from Renaissance Unity.
That was
Before her.
Oh,
Before.
Jack Boland.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, the real one. The real one. Marion Williamson was there. So Jack Boland, he was the real one.
Founder.
Yeah. And Marion Williamson was not really Unity. She was not that, but
Yeah.
I digress. Jack Boland was the one that did this. He had when he was having his health challenge and before he had made his transition, he had said his goodbyes to everyone and had done everything that he had felt like he needed to do, and he went to sleep, and he woke up and he looked around and saw everybody still there, and he said, "I'm not dead yet."
Oh my God.
And he had been giving his congregation and his ministerial staff instructions as to what to do after he had made his transition. And his biggest instruction, or his most powerful instruction, was the date that he made his transition.
March. I know.
March the 4th. March 4th.
Oh.
March 4th. Got it! Yeah. It sometimes takes a while for that to sink in. Everyone has that ability. Everyone has that spiritual faculty, that power within them to march forth, to go forward. Zeal is an inward fire that keeps us moving. And I like the way Jeremiah said this. Jeremiah put it this way. He said that the word is like fire shut up in my bones. Just get that mental image. Fire trapped up inside of you. Everyone is a human domino. Is that the word I'm looking for? Domino. You have dynamite inside of you. Okay? And there is so much power that is wrapped up inside of you. It's all about learning how to bring that energy forth. And in bringing that energy forth to be able to do and create what needs to be done and needs to be created in our lives, I want to use the ideal or use the image of a hardware store. Okay. In the hardware store is everything that you need to build whatever needs to be built. But you have to first of all go in the hardware store and get the material. You don't create the material is already there. Zeal is what drives you to do it. Okay? The universe already has everything that you could ever want. You are, I am, we are the builders of our own lives. But it takes that zeal, it takes that enthusiasm in order to do it. Now, here's the thing about zeal. Here's the thing about the enthusiasm. There's a lot of times that we're really excited about doing something. We want to do it. We want to do it. We want to accomplish it. We have to be very, very careful with this spiritual faculty of zeal, because here's the catch. Zeal or enthusiasm has no brain. When I say it has no brain, enthusiasm is not smart. It's not intellectual. It is just going to go. Have you ever turned on a water hose and just watched it, go around like that? Okay. That's the way zeal is. The spiritual faculty of zeal, as with all of our 12 powers, as with all of our faculties, must be coupled with another. Zeal has got to be used with wisdom. Now, a lot of times when I work with the powers or with the faculties, I don't always go with the physical location where they are in the body. But for zeal, I have to, because of how zeal will work and go this way and go that way. And sometimes we just go crazy with zeal and crazy with excitement. And we just want to reach out and rush out and save everybody. We want to rush out and just do. It's got to be tempered with wisdom. The location for zeal is about in the neck. Okay, the neck always symbols flexibility. It's been said that males are the head, but the neck is the one. Because the neck directs the head in which way it's going to go. Okay. The neck must be or is flexible. Okay. And we have to learn how to be flexible and direct our zeal or our excitement, our enthusiasm in the way that it should go. Okay? I say this about electricity all the time. Electricity can do two things. Electricity can cook the man's dinner, or it can cook the man. So, the electricity itself is a wonderful, wonderful energy. It's a wonderful, wonderful power. But it must be directed towards the right thing. And that's what happens a lot of times with our energy or with our zeal. We can become overzealous about doing some things, and we can become overzealous about our work, and we get so zealous about our work, we get so zealous about the jobs that we have to do that we forget other things. We get so excited about our work that we forget to take time out for prayer and meditation. We get so excited that we got this big project that we've got going on, and all of our energy gets directed towards that, and then we forget to take time out for self-care. Self-care is very, very important. We need to learn how to balance enthusiasm with wisdom and judgment. Now, how to take control. Don't suppress or bottle up your enthusiasm. You need that fuel. But the thing is, We can't use it all at once. Think about a train. You ever ridden the Amtrak, or have you seen the train go? Amtrak, trains can go like 80 miles an hour. But do they start out like that?
It build up.
Right, what?
It build up.
They build up energy.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a while for that train to get, we've got to learn how to do that same thing. We can't just shoot out the gate doing everything. We have to take our time and build up to that. Now, there is a difference that I want to bring out in spiritual zeal and human excitement or human physical energy. First of all, the source, where it comes from. Where does spiritual source come from? Spiritual zeal is that inner spark, okay? That excitement, that enthusiasm that comes from within us. That's how you know it's spiritual zeal. On the human side, or on the physical side, or on the natural side, it's always an external stimuli. We have to be careful about that, because I had to get to the point where I learned that no one else could make me happy. Because if someone else could make me happy, what happens? Someone else can make me unhappy. Because what happens if that person is not around anymore? As much as I love German chocolate cake on my birthday, which is in March, can I still enjoy a dessert, or can I still enjoy something when I don't have German chocolate cake?
The choice.
Hmm?
It's always a choice.
Yes. Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. If I need German chocolate cake in order to be happy, then it's an external force. But I've learned, or I've gotten to the point now where I can be happy within myself, whether there's German chocolate cake or not. Can I be excited about a message, about delivering a message, when there's 5 people? I'm going to tell you, I have learned over the years that I am going to preach, I'm going to teach a class, I'm going to teach to 2 the same way I would if there were 200 in here. See, that's the difference in internal zeal and external zeal. The second thing about our zeal, whether it's spiritual zeal or external, is its longevity. How long it lasts. When it's spiritual zeal, it has a steady burn. It never, ever gives out. The enthusiasm is there. The enthusiasm is there for me when it's 5 people, the same as it is when it's 50. Okay? That's when you know it's spiritual zeal. How do you know when a good sign when it's external zeal is when it's a flash in the pan? Again, it's the external. Oh, I feel good today. Oh, but not now. Yeah. Everybody else, everything outside is going the way we want it to. Everything outside is looking good, but what about when it's not? Is that fire still burning? The other thing that lets you know whether it's internal or external is where it's focused. Spiritual zeal is ego-less devotion. It's not about me. External excitement, external zeal, external enthusiasm is always about personal attachment. Enthusiasm is awfully highly attached to a specific personal outcome. What's in it for me? When the zeal, when the excitement, when that drive to move forward is spirit-based, is always about what is the best for all of us. How can we all benefit from this? And that's what I like about this group. And that's what I like about the unity message. It shows us and it teaches us how to be excited and how to use the energy that we have to build and create our lives. But it's also about how all of us together collectively can make a better world. How all of us can chip in and heal Mother Earth. How all of us, regardless of where we come from, regardless of what our individual strengths are, plays an important part in this ministry. Each of you who are watching today, even if you have never ever been to Port Huron, you need to come and go down to the Raven and have lunch there. So whenever you come, you got to go to the Raven. Even though you've never set foot in Port Huron, I want you to know how valuable you are to this spiritual community. Our daily word let us know today that we are all connected. You are connected to this spiritual community. Every one of us that is here is connected. We are one with each individual that is watching this service virtually. You see, there are people who are watching this service virtually that you've never met, that you've never seen. And that's why this message is not just for us. This message is for all people. And I'm glad that you have taken the time out to be a part of this today. You see, this excitement, this thrill, this fire that's shut up in our bones has got to learn, we've got to learn how to shape it. Because as I said, we are the creators of our own world, and our zeal, our excitement shapes it. Okay? It's about how we shape consciousness. And classes are very, very important. Classes are very, very vital to that. And I'm going to start, it'll probably be this fall, when I go into teaching more classes here. And I want everyone to learn how to take that excitement and build their lives, to build their consciousness. The way we work with building consciousness is, as I said earlier in the service, is learning how to work with those 5 basic principles. We work with our enthusiasm by knowing and learning that, number 1, God is all there is. The second one is knowing that every person, knowing that I am, knowing that we are created in the image and likeness of God. And to feel that burning on the inside of us, that I am created in the image and likeness of God. I am more than just human. Okay? I am more than this. I love this. I appreciate this, but there is so much more to me than what is seen. There is more to the people that we deal with on a daily basis than their outer appearance. And we have the energy, we have the force, we have the drive within us to be able to see that. But sometimes we don't see that. We have the ability to shift our thinking. The way we shift our thinking is by directing that energy in a different place. You see, we've been, or some people will direct that energy that they have in some non-productive avenues. I've done it. I'm going to be honest. And there's sometimes I still do. Okay, there are times that I overeat. You see, the moment that we start talking about expressing that energy in non-productive ways, we sometimes go to the drastic ways that we can use our energy non-productively. We use our energy non-productively by thinking about the worst case scenario. That's what happens. We start thinking about the worst case scenario. That's energy wasted. Okay? The other way with shifting our thinking is our prayer life. To begin to focus that energy into a different way of praying. It's not about begging, trying to get something. Take that same energy, which is placed in the neck, and shift it from begging to giving thanks. The fifth basic principle is all about this spiritual faculty of zeal. Being able to direct what we do. It's not just enough to know this stuff, but we have to learn how to live it. Okay? When I say learn how to live, your enthusiasm to place your energy in a more productive way. I'm going to tell you, I'm noticing more and more every day, and I don't know how far it's going to go, but I am so grateful to God for this, is that I'm learning that every time I put gas in the car, when I bless the money that I use to pay for the gas, my gas stretches longer. And I do this every time I put gas in the car. I was just putting gas in the car, just giving them the money, and I was complaining about how much, the price of gas had went up. Gas is just going up again. And I was grudging giving them the money to pay for my gas. I was using my zeal, my spiritual energy, in a non-productive way. On my car, every time I fill up, I can check the gauge to see how many miles there are that I can get to that tank of gas. And it would always tell me 378, 379 miles that I could get to the gallon. When I started blessing my money, when I gave the gas, I'm standing at the pump, and I'm pumping, and I keep saying our love offering. Divine love through me blesses and increases all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all of the gas that I receive. I kid you not, yesterday when I got in town, I did that and I pumped my gas and I checked it. The mileage to empty was 443.
Wow.
Blessing the money substance works. And that's what I want us to do now. It is time to take our love offering, our tithes, our supporting gifts, however you have come prepared to give, or however, and our remote control does not want to work. There we go.